What's going on, guys? Today we're going to be talking about the palindrome or palindrome problem. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. So the algorithm question is return true if the given string is a palindrome, otherwise return false. And if you don't know what a palindrome is, I don't even know if I'm saying it right, but if you don't know what that is, it's a word or sentence that's spelled the same way, both forward and backward, ignoring punctuation, case, and spacing. So I do have some examples right here. Race car is a palindrome because if you spell it the same way, forwards and backwards, it's going to be the same no matter what. Madam, I'm Adam. If you actually reverse that, it's going to still say Madam, I'm Adam. And so on. Amy must I jujitsu mama, a man, a plane, a canal, Panama. Those are all palindromes. And it says we need to ignore the spacing and characters, special characters that is, right? Because we need to ignore this question mark because we don't have a question mark up here. That's why we need to ignore them. And they will tell you this in an interview. Or you could just ask them, do we need to ignore special characters, something like that. But we do need to ignore all these characters. And this is the tricky part about it. If it was just, race car like this, if they gave us straight words like race car, no punctuation, no spacing, no nothing like this, it's just race car like this, then this would have been a very simple problem to solve because I'm pretty sure you already thought about it. You're probably thinking a for loop to reverse the letters in that sentence or that string, reverse the string with a for loop and check if it's the same as a regular string, and that's it. Yes, that's the answer that most people would give out. But I do remember this question when they did ask me in a career fair, and I'm going to tell you how I solved it when I first encountered this one. So you do got to keep in mind, guys, that when I first knew this, or when I first solved this, I knew regex, so regular expressions. And I've said this before, if you don't know regular expressions, you need to learn it. It's going to help you out in the real world as well. It will help you out a lot. Trust me on that, it will help you. But I did know regex, and so I used regex to help me. And other people didn't know what regex is, so they used a different way. And I'll tell you the different ways if you don't know what regex is. I'll tell you another way you can solve this. But first of all, let me tell you how I solved it. Let me write out my function for is palindrome. And we're going to bring in a string. It's palindrome. Okay, so the first thing I needed to do was get rid of all of these punctuations, the special characters. And I did this with regex. So let me show you what regex was all about. Equals / brackets back W underscore and then G, just like that. So this is my regular expression. Now what this basically is saying is going to, it removes all non-alphanumeric characters, meaning that it's going to remove anything that's a special character. Question marks, parentheses, plus, minus, star, ampersand, all that stuff. It's going to remove all of those. And that's great because we only want to be left with just the alphabet, capital A's through Z, lowercase a's through Z, digits, those kind of things. Just special characters, we want them to be removed. And this is a regex for that. Now, after I did that, I needed to lowercase all of my strings, right? Or I needed to lowercase my string because obviously if you have a capital M, and you know how programming is, it's going to say false if some characters capitalized because they have different ASCII characters. So some characters going to be capitalized, some characters going to be lowercase, and you don't want that. You don't want that to affect your program. So you want to lowercase all of this, so that way all of it's lowercase. And yeah, without special character or anything like that. So I did string is going to equal string dot to lower case, And this is where I replace everything. Let me show you what. Let me show you what I'm trying to do. So what I'm doing right now is I'm making the string lowercase, and I'm actually replacing everything. Like, remember, this regex literally is all special characters. So every comma, apostrophe, question mark, all of this regex, that's what it is, special characters. So I'm gonna replace all the special characters with nothing. So this is going to give me a lowercase. Even spaces are considered special characters. So let me actually console log this so you guys can see what I'm talking about. String, Control save, and I'm actually going to call down here is Palindrome, and I'm going to set race car, or let me just set this one Madam on Madam with special characters and all that. And let me call it node. See right there, Madam, I'm Adam. I mean, it's all lowercase, and it got rid of all the special characters and the spacing, since spacing is considered a special character. So after I did that, I actually got the length. So var length is going to equal string dot length. So the reason I'm getting the length is because I'm gonna run a for loop, and I'm going to divide the length by 2, and that's how long my for loop is going to be. It's going to be the length of the string divided by 2. The reason I'm doing this is because I'm checking if the first character is the same as the last character. That was my thought process when they first initially told me this question. My thought process was like, okay, if it's the same going forwards and backwards, then that means that the first character and the last character are the same. And then so on. First character and last character are the same. First character, last character is the same. I move on to the next for loop. The next character is going to be the next character, the second to the last of the array, right? And then so on. Third character is going to be the same as the third to the last character on the array. And then when it gets to the middle, obviously, if it's a singular is going to be the same. So that was my thought process. I wasn't even thinking about reversing the string or anything like that, because I thought that was a pretty simple process. In my head, I thought that was a pretty simple process. So I'm going to do a for loop for var I equals 0. I is less than length, or length divided by 2. I plus plus. So our for loop is only going from 0 to half of the string. So right now it's 7. So since divided by 2, it is going to be 3.5. So it's going to be 4 times. It's going to do it 4 times. Here we go. So if this is how we're going to do it, string, and we're going to grab the very first character in that string, which is er. If that is going to be equal, does not equal string. Nope, where's my brackets? There it is. Okay, if you don't know how to get the very last character, it's literally just -1. This is going to give you our length. Damn it. Length minus 1. There. This length minus 1 is literally going to give you the very last character on that string, which is this R. And then you want it to say minus I, because you want to get... So right now, length minus 1 gives you this character, R. Minus I, which is 0, is still going to give you this R. Once it increments, it's going to give you A, and then C, and then E. You know what I'm talking about now? So if the string does not, if the first character does not equal the very last character of the string, then you're going to return false. Otherwise, just return true. And that is it. This is my version of the is palindrome. And we're going to check it right now. I do need to console log this. log, end it. And I'm going to add another one. And I'm going to say, I'm going to add a few more characters in here so that way it's going to return false. Let's run this. So we get false and false. I see what the problem is. The 0 is supposed to be an I. I don't know why I did that. So it's going to get the first characters and starting off with a 0. Okay, let's try it now. And it should be true false. Yes, obviously. So yeah, this is my version of it. Sorry guys. This was my version of it. This is my version of it. I don't know. Let me try another one just to make sure. Paste that in there. It should be still true. And if I paste Amy, copy must I jujitsu my ma, it should be true. Awesome. Control Z that. Alright. Control save. Now let me show you another way of actually doing this. If you didn't know, if you don't want to learn regex or anything like that, let me show you another way. I'm actually going to grab this, paste that. Now, this is the way most people actually did it, because they didn't know regex. So, first, we do need to make the string lowercase, and that's what we need to do. So, string equals string dot to lower case. And then this is where it got in my mind it got complicated. They were saying we needed to get all valid characters, meaning we want all the characters that are not special characters, and they wanted to store this in an array. It makes sense, but this is where I'm like, that's too much already. But anyways, let me show you what I'm talking about. I'm actually going to copy and paste it. I have it on the side right here. I didn't want to rewrite all this. So they made a variable called valid characters, or it doesn't matter what you call it, and they put all the alphabet in here, A through Z, literally. And they just split it with nothing, so this is going to give you an array of all the alphabets inside that array. So now they're going to make the string and put that in a separate array. Okay, so var string, I'm gonna call it string character array, because that's what we're doing. We're making a character array of the string, and we're gonna do string dot split and then we're gonna do var letter array, because we need to store all the valid, hold on. We do need to store all the valid characters that is coming from the string. So when we enter in Amy my jujitsu, we're gonna store all these, not store this. You know what I'm talking about. We're gonna store all the characters, but not the commas or spaces or question mark. And all those valid characters inside the string is gonna be stored in here. Now we're gonna do a for loop. So string. And I'm going to, don't worry guys, I am going to explain what is going on. Dot for each. We're going to get our character back. And if valid chars dot index. I am going to explain it. I don't worry, I'm just writing it right now. And then we're going to return letters array dot join with nothing equals letters array dot reverse dot join with nothing. Okay, let me explain what's going on. So we understand what's going on right here and right here. It's probably the for loop that got you a little confused. I'm pretty sure you did understand what they were trying to do. So they're saying that if valid characters, which is the array, remember, has an index of whatever char came in. So let's say we put in race car right now, or let's see, Amy. Let's say they put in Amy. So if it has a valid character A, now remember we did lowercase all this, so it's not capital A, it's lowercase a. So if it has an index of A, then just push it onto the letter array. So once it gets to this comma or space, is going to say, okay, it didn't have it, so don't push it. So right now, what the letter array should have is A M Y A M Y, and so on and so forth until it gets to the very last character. And that's what they were doing. That's as simple as that. And right now, in the bottom, we're gonna return letter array.join. If you don't know what join does, it literally just joins an array as a single string, and we're passing in nothing as a parameter. So we want to join it like just bunched up together, just like this, without any spaces or anything like that. And then we're gonna say if that's equal to letter array.reverse. We're reversing the array. This is just a neat little function or method that does that for us. We're gonna reverse the array and we're gonna just join that again. And it's gonna return true or false based on this condition. Now we could run this right now and see what's going on. So we get true, yes it is, and false for this one. Same thing. Now there is one more version of, is exactly the same as this, but a little bit shorter. I try to make it shorter. And this is just for you guys, so that way when you do the interview, you could use this one, the one I initially thought of, or this one, the one I'm about to show you right now. It's exactly the same version as this one. I'm actually going to copy and paste it because it's so short, and I'm pretty sure I don't want this video to go longer than it is. So I'm using the regex, and by the way, if you don't want to use this regex, it's completely fine if you don't know what this is, but I'm pretty sure you've seen the regex. This regex, let me show you right now. You're gonna do A through Z, and then A through Z, oops, and then 0 through 9. I'm pretty sure you've seen this, meaning that all this regex is going to be anything that is not capital A through Z, lowercase a through Z, and digits 0 through 9. Now, if you wanted to exclude digits, just remove this. And now this regex is going to be any numbers or any special characters. Because now we're saying that we want everything that is not capital A through Z or A through Z. And that is it. But let me show you that this works. And now we're just doing the same thing. We're doing the string dot lowercase dot replacing everything inside that string of our regex with empty an empty parameter or arguments or whatever. So we're gonna replace all the special characters, lowercase, spacings, question marks, commas, punctuations, all that stuff. We're gonna replace all that with an empty set. And we're going to reverse the string. So we're going to grab that low reg string and we're going to split it, make it into an array. And we're going to reverse it and then join it again. So low string is exactly the string. We just made it lowercase and without the special characters. So it should look something like this already. And then we're going to reverse the string. So we're going to make it into an array first. Right, we're making it into an array right here. We're gonna reverse that array and then we're gonna join it, so it should still come out bunched up together without spacing or anything, all lowercase. And then we're gonna check if the reverse string equals the lower reg string, and that is it. I'm gonna actually check this right now. True, false. Let me grab another one so that way you're like, you don't think I'm playing around or I'm joking or whatever. No, I already did that one. I'm gonna do Amy Mosai Jinjitsu Momo. I love this one. I don't know why. It's so funny. Paste it. Save. It should come out true. And there it is. So these are 3 ways you could actually do the is palindrome. And I honestly do encourage you guys to learn regex. It's going to help you out in real life as well. Trust me on that. It will. So that is it for palindrome algorithm challenge or question. So you should know this if they do ask you this, which I don't think this is a popular question anymore, but I have no idea. I don't know. If it is, then great. You just know it. It's not about memorizing this, guys. It's not about memorizing the algorithm. It's about the process that you take to solve the problem. Critical thinking. That's what they're trying to get out of you for this. Critical thinking. The way you think. So remember, guys, you can memorize the algorithms that I just gave you, but that's not going to help you out in real life. You do need to learn how to do critical thinking on your own, meaning how to figure out problems yourselves. And that's the main reason they're trying to get at in this career fairs or any interview. They're trying to see how you think. And I do hope that you don't just memorize these algorithms. I do hope that you try to actually implement your own way of doing this. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.